Hello, Facebook. Here we are live. How exciting. And I think I've actually got the camera the right way too, which is really nice. Double check on that. How is everyone today? Oh my God, it was, I know it was Thanksgiving for my US friends. And here we have had the most glorious day today. It was so beautiful. The sun was shining. It was one of those winter days where the sun is so strong and warm and the skies are blue and you just feel like well, I do go swimming in the water on these days even though there's snow and it's freezing cold. It was that kind of a day where probably you would have gone too, even if you don't normally. So how's everyone? Today what I did, which was really fun, just in case this interests you, I don't know. I'm actually just waiting for Luke to get home. I'm entertaining myself. I thought I'd go live. I said I was going to go live, and then I got home so late that I wasn't really going to be able to make it. And now he's delayed, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to go on. Even though I don't have anything groundbreaking, I thought I would sort of share some behind the scenes stuff. One of the things I did today, though, that was really cool, we don't do this in the winter too much because driving is just treacherous, but about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe a little longer up north, we go and get our own water. And it's at this gorgeous spring that my husband said has been gushing for over 50 years that he can remember since he was a kid. And it is just the most wonderful thing in the world to have your own water straight from Mama Earth. Like, it is so alive and so beautiful. And there's always a lineup of people. And I was talking to this one lady, and she's been going for 8 years, and I was talking to this other guy who's been there for like 6 years, like every couple weeks getting their water. How cool is that? And it's just amazing how life really does provide. So thank you for the hearts. Hello, how are you? I just thought I would share, oh, you can see my little tree. We just got that up today. My husband and my son were doing that, and I was like, isn't it a little early? We normally do that like in December, but they just felt like they had the time and space and they just wanted to do it. So I was like, okay, let's do that. So yeah, who else loves the holidays? You know, I used to be such a little bit of a Grinch, my family would tell you. A Scrooge. I just never really got into the holiday spirit. And I think it's because, you know, my past, right? Not having my mom, losing my mom. And I remember my first Christmas living on the streets and just, I don't know, bad memories. And I also felt like Christmas, the spirit of Christmas, was never really what I felt was the spirit of Christmas, you know? I felt it was just too commercial and material, and part of me still does, but you know, now that my sons, like, they've all left the nest, and you know, when everyone's coming home for the holidays, it just adds like such a dimension of warmth and I can't even explain how I feel to create that spirit in the home now. Mostly for them, but I'm getting caught up in it too. Anyway, I hope you are as well. So, happy Thanksgiving again to everyone. And I was just really thinking about how, I guess I want to, hi, thanks for the hearts. I was just thinking really about this whole idea. Some of you may know that I was really, really, really blessed recently by receiving an angel investor, really completely out of the blue, not something that I had been searching for at all. Was always sort of open to something like that. I think especially in the last year, I've had a couple licensing deals with my art, 3 or 4, and I just always thought it would be so cool to have an angel investor, and I'd heard about such things. And when I was approached, I was really just completely by surprise. Someone asked me, how did I find my angel investor? But I didn't. That's the thing. And she found me. And I really have done so much of my life like that. That's how I met Luke. I never went searching. It was more of an intention in my heart or even in my soul. I don't know. It's like you have this desire for something. And I'm someone who believes that desires, although they can be very much what the Buddha said, the cause of all suffering, that desire, that aversion, always wanting something or avoiding something. I really believe that desires can be very tricky, but when they really stem from that pure place of love, I feel like they're the intersection between you and the divine. They're like that perfect space. And it's how I manifest, actually. And let me know if you manifest. Let me know if you believe in the whole manifestation. I know that when I was sort of coming up in The Secret and all the law of attraction, I never really thought much. I didn't buy into it, honestly. Thank you for the hearts. I feel like, I remember feeling back in the day, I started to feel that it was kind of arrogant for me to impose my will on life. I was more, because I had been on my own since I was 16 and I lived on the streets, and I always felt like life provided and life took care of me. And I'm not saying it was all, roses and, balloons. Like it wasn't always easy, but I really felt protected, and I felt that I would somehow always not only survive, but thrive. That was my intention. And so I didn't feel that I should really impose my will on life. I felt like to do that would be sort of an arrogance and maybe even take me off track. Like I felt like life was sort of, how they say life has your back or the universe has your back. And I've actually done sort of a bit of a 180 on that. Let me know if you think in the comments that life has your back or that you manifest. I'd love to know, because this is not something I normally talk about. And people have been asking me, how have you manifested a 6-figure art career so quickly? How have you manifested like a dream home, nestled in the forest by the lake with my soulmate for 25 years. My kids are amazing. And of course I've had health problems and I've had all kinds of issues, but for the most part, my life is pretty blessed, I would say. So people have asked me, how do I do these things? And I want to say with manifestation, I never really believed in it. And now I actually don't really believe like the universe has your back. I feel that the universe is, it's definitely benevolent. Einstein said one of the most important questions that we would ever have to contemplate and ask ourselves, what do we believe, that this is a friendly universe or not? And I do believe it is. I do believe that love and beauty and goodness reigns supreme. I know that there is a lot of problems in our world, but I do really believe in the ultimate. Like I feel like there's one power. There's not like one power plus. I don't feel like there's like, omnipotent means all powerful. Omnipresent means everywhere. So I just don't really believe in two powers. I believe in one power, and I believe it's good. Life force, universe, God, the field, whatever you want to call it, the beloved, the divine. So I believe that, and let me know what you think, but I believe that one force is good and of goodness. And yet, I don't believe that the universe has my back. And what I mean by that is, that's not how I manifest things. I don't just leave everything up to the universe, I really do believe in sort of invoking my own will and intention and desire, and not not out of alignment with sort of universal principle, but I believe that we do have free will and we do have choice and we do have desire. And I know the word desire means of the sire, right? So it was put into us by, says the Father, but to me it's like put into us by the universal principle of life and expansion. And that's how we expand, very much usually through desire. And so the universe, even though the universe is, I think, benevolent, I don't think it has our back in the sense that it's not personal like that. It's more the universe does its thing and we're supposed to do our thing, and the desire is sort of the intersection. And I really believe in having my own back and allowing the universe to assist me. Like my intention and what I want and desire, it's not up to the universe. It's up to me. And yet, you know, that beautiful, lovely yin-yang, masculine, feminine principle is that I don't do it all of my own volition. I do things with the assistance of whatever you want to call it. I call it the divine, the beloved. That's how I go about it. And so when I want something, I'm clear that I don't even have to know all the details of it. Like, you know how they say you should really know every little detail and have it all clear in your mind and be able to know like all the senses. And yes, as much as possible, if you want, if that's how you want to do it. For me, I kind of like leave it open. I sort of have the essence. I know what I want in essence, but how the details are going to be and look, I am so allowing in that aspect. So when my angel investor came to me, like I was just completely open. I was just completely like in love, you know, in love, like just like, you know that feeling when you're in love, you know that feeling when you love yourself, you know that feeling when you love like a baby, so pure, a little puppy, your partner, your, even what you do sometimes, like, it's like, I call it having a divine love affair. And when you're in that space, I feel that is the magnetism. That's the way we, that's our beacon of light that kind of just sort of shines out there. And I know we're not always feeling that. I mean, I look around, you know, I see my sisters, I see my brothers, I see my friends, my clients, my family, my neighbors, you know, my community. And I see a lot of people don't have their light on. And when we don't have our light on, when we're not turned on and tapped in and, you know, really attuned to what lights us up, what happens is, you know, we're shut down and we're disconnected. And that is not, that's us, like when we're in that mode and we're working so hard to make things happen, that is actually how we burn out. And I've been there. We all get to that point sometimes where we just feel like if it's, you know, if it's meant to be, if it's up to me. Like if it's going to happen, I have to make it happen. And sometimes I feel that way still too. Like I'm like, I want something and I know I want to just make it happen and go out there and, you know, and it's amazing that we can make shit happen. Like it's a fantastic thing to have free will and to be able to do and to create. But I just, when I'm more grounded and more resourceful, I just know that like there's divine intervention and assistance. And that's how I prefer to manifest. So anyway, you know, speaking of my process, let me know about your process. I love talking about this stuff, and I don't talk about this stuff a lot. I really like to kind of do it privately. But as I coach and mentor my private clients and they ask me about these things, I don't know, lately I've been feeling like I want to share more publicly about some of this behind the scenes stuff. So anyway, with the angel investor, I sort of was dreaming into what are the things I'd really love to create, you know? And so I did it. I, I'm really proud of this. I created my own silk eye masks, and they're soft, they're luxurious, they feel good on. They have this beautiful pattern, which was a gorgeous painting that I did that actually went to Austria, which was special for me because that's where my mom was from. And it was a part of the painting. And I just thought it looked so good on the eye mask. Like, it's so dreamy. And I've made some other beautiful things. They're kind of what I call my sort of manifestation kit, or my conscious creation kit. It's how I manifest, and meditation is a big part of my process. So in the day when I meditate, I like to wear an eye mask, and that's why I created this beautiful silk eye mask. And there's other things in the kit. I'm going to leave the link below this live so you can go check them out if you haven't already. And I know some of you have, and you're excited to get yours, and I'm so excited to send them to you, because this is how I've had like crazy, ridiculous financial months with my art. So many serendipitous things happen when I am, I would say, intending, but it's more than intending. And I want to talk about that too. I want to get into not just my process, but really what I've sort of understood from kind of years of really looking at this and playing with it. You know, whether you want to attract, create, receive, whatever you want to call it, you know, whether it's more love or more, you know, abundance on any level, or something I really love to play with is just fun opportunities. I love connecting with people, and I love creating magic, and I love creating art for people and things like that. Whatever it is you want, I believe it's just so important to do this meditation, and then I do a particular journaling practice with it. And so I've created some gorgeous notebooks, and I actually have beside me, if you can see, my rose quartz candle holders and my rose quartz hearts. I'm in love with rose quartz, if you couldn't tell, and I've got this gorgeous little rose quartz little cup, which I absolutely adore. Cheers. Isn't that sweet? And I created these kits basically for women like me who love to feel beauty and surround ourselves with beauty. And it's like a soft, natural luxury, because it comes from the earth, you know. It's from the crust of the earth, this beautiful, gorgeous rose quartz rock crystal. Like, I just love it. It's so soft and serene and gentle and soothing to our spirit as women. So these things, I don't know how they work, but they do. They are something that I've always used. And I know that rituals are not what create the manifestation. However, I have sort of my own little ritual, because what ritual does is it can bring you into the state that you require to be in when you are manifesting. And so I just wanted to share that. I've only made a certain limited amount. There's not that many. I wanted to share it with my women who, like me, love beauty, love the earth, love the divine feminine. So if that's you, you know, I had you in my heart when I created these. So I'm going to leave the link. You can check them out. If you have any questions, just DM me. And I'm just wondering where Luke is, because we're supposed to be having a date night. We're going out, and I was just waiting for him. I think I'm going to give him a shout because he's not back yet. So yeah, if anybody has any questions about my conscious creation, aka manifestation kits, just DM me, let me know, or leave me a comment. Either way. And I hope that for you, that you would just allow yourself to really enjoy the desires, enjoy the openness to receiving divine support, and definitely enjoy, the holidays and the spirit of family and connecting and whatever it is that makes you happy. I really feel that's kind of the number one thing with manifesting, is really to just allow ourselves to feel, elevated and uplifted. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to give Luke a shout, and I think that's all. Just wanted to share a little bit about that. And yeah, hope you guys have a beautiful Saturday night. And I will talk to you soon. Bye for now. Ciao.